Hi, my name is Stephen Clarke. I design objects such as this scale model of a light fixture. It recently won a Good Design Award, and unfortunately I couldn't be overlooking the Acropolis, I think this is the Acropolis, to pick it up, the award, but I did find this record in a really real way. It'll have to do for now. I have been contributing designs in the form of three-dimensional models, lighting simulations, and other aspects of the design landscape in the architectural community, primarily in the American spectrum, also internationally. These projects include a variety of museums and artistic endeavors in which the physical landscape of the city interacts with art and culture and becomes more than just a built structure. As I move forward with my career, but also as I try to push forward the edge of society in which people feel that what we're building can help them, can help the future, I have a few ideas that I'd like to pitch to investors. You may be thinking, why is a guy with a small furniture company, award-winning, celebrity-connected designer wanting to push the boundaries of physical object creation for buildings, houses, or places to work? Well, I find that ultimately the overarching goal here is to raise some money from investors to help the investors make money, but to find people that are truly interested in moving the dial, moving the needle on what we have here as, I guess you could call it, Spaceship Earth. A lot of the architectural production that has been created, and we'll get to the idea that I want to propose here, is building these one-off structures. These built in the field, you could say there's a lot of other people out there that are doing prefabricated ideas, but my idea, and that I'm passionate about, is to reduce the scale of these pre-production architectural objects into what you could think of as almost the size of a record. A 1 foot by 1 foot or 2 foot by 2 foot cube that are put on the assembly line. Now, the idea here is sustainability. But my idea is not the sustainability of the world, although hear me out. It's the sustainability of the human race and of humanity. What I mean by that is, if you have a zero carbon house, which everyone was focused on, what about the interior air quality? Okay, maybe there's low VOC, blah, blah, blah. Why don't we actually have a house that can completely shut off the outside air? What happens if we lose oxygen here on Earth? Now, while this object may take more carbon to create, the intent is that it's going to be there and be upgradable, have technology embedded inside of it. Fans, and making the entire exterior facade into a media wall that mitigates the exterior currently we have not the greatest air quality in some of our cities, and it's already becoming a concern. When I lived in Shanghai, I had to check before I went outside, and it was about the same as smoking cigarettes, I believe. But also, sitting isn't new smoking, and it's just one of those old adages. But, if you hear me out, I think that if we get the money to invest in a piece of technology that you can pick up, is for guys that lift, we're going to really become, maybe it's based on the architectural module of a step, right? So a foot would be a step, you could climb up it. Records are the perfect, maybe you could even put your records in it for the record collector. A house for the record collector, saver of the future. It could be a media facade because, it could all change colors with the mood of the place. So this idea to set forth is to raise the funding to create a house, a place to live in, created with one module for the walls primarily, floors, perhaps ceiling with a couple of additional supports, but to create a wall module that filters the air from the outside, that even in this time with COVID and air being a big concern, utilizes UV light to create a safe place for humans in the future. Now, everyone here has a lot of trajectory. Why are we spending money on rockets? Honestly, we haven't even gotten the one thing right here on Earth. Why are we continuing to innovate in fields such as wearable technology? Well, because it's an affordable business solution. Now, why does it matter how far I can walk away from a house, and why are we putting all of our geniuses in that direction? If you really want to engage in what is considered perhaps doomsday mentality, in which we need to somehow solve what's happening with climate change, we need to have created here on Earth bunkers that we can live in. We're not going to send the entire human race to another planet, okay? It's not feasible. If you put it through your future trajectory plan, which many inventors nowadays don't have and are engaged in what is considered billionaire warfare, right? Things that will put their own superiority over other humans in front of actually solving the problem. And we have this oftentimes as architects, designers, as an issue. So I think that overarchingly, we have to